everyone, and today we're going to be taking a brief look at Windows Server Codename Longhorn build 5270. Now this build was released to testers on there's a little thing there. It was released to testers in December of 2005, I think it was. Late 2005, early 2006, I think. I may be thinking of the wrong build, but I think this one was December 2005. So, yeah. Due to a Bandicam recording issue, I'm re-recording this video in camera mode. So, let's get started. The basic specs of this thing were 8 gigs of RAM, a Core 2 Duo processor, and a 120 gigabyte hard drive, due to the fact that I actually had to install this off of Windows XP due to a hardware problem in VMware. It just wouldn't install off the hard drive. So I had to install this off of a copy of XP that I was working to do some very intensive stuff on, and needed a very high spec machine. So, yeah. So let's just go ahead and boot this sucker up. This is server version of Windows Vista Beta 2 and is codenamed Longhorn. Now the reason you can see where it says Legacy pre-Longhorn is because I installed this off of XP. This won't boot anything, by the way, so you gotta press Microsoft Windows and then do that. I apologize for the thundering outside, it is kind of raining. And that gives me some scares that school will be canceled again tomorrow. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be surprised. You can see we have the Windows codename Longhorn boot screen. Nothing changed there. This is actually some of the builds for Windows Server 2008, which I think was released in 2007 because then 2008 R2 was released in 2008. I do not know how server works. I've never used a server version of Windows before, besides Server 2003, based off of XP. No, wait, it wasn't. And Windows Vista was based off of the code base for that, rather than the release candidate code base. Here's the wallpaper. It took some time to load, as you can see there. Due to the fact I am running another virtual machine, using up a lot of my RAM, I'm kind of glad that I did not. As you can see, I'm using around 2 gigs of RAM for my... It's pouring rain. Now, as you can see, even though it's raining, we're getting a little error here saying your Windows license has expired. Now, there's an easy bypass to this. Great, it's raining. Great, we're gonna have another day of school off. Yay! But the way to do this is you go to buy a new product key online, which will transfer you to Microsoft's website. It will transfer you to a very legitimate. And then you need to go to the address bar and go to the address bar and type in C. Then the Explorer interface loads with an error here saying you can't find that. That will happen every time, but it doesn't mean the copy of Windows is broken. Now it's saying that the computer shut down unexpectedly, even though I shut it down, which is interesting. Can you guys see? So, due to this being a server version, we do get the shutdown event tracker. Problem ID. I don't want to know. You can then just close this out and close everything out and just drag this down here or something. So because this is a server version of Windows, you'll see we're stuck currently in the Windows Classic theme, and we can browse for more themes. So we're currently stuck in Classic. Color scheme, you can change it to Standard, or to Classic, or Message Box, or Contrast White, which looks like this, like everybody knows. The wallpaper stays the same though, which is interesting. Classic, which is what I had it on. And then, nothing different in screensaver stuff. And in backgrounds is interesting. You actually get the XP backgrounds and some premium Vista backgrounds. Premium. So we have, for example, the Beta 2 other wallpaper. This is the default one that usually comes with all Windows installations of Beta 2 pretty much, and this keeps coming up. You can just keep moving that down if you need to. So nothing that's interesting about this. You'll see, interestingly enough, control panel and help are actually grayed out, which is interesting. Now I'm not sure why they are, even though you can still access them. They're not actually available at the moment, which is interesting. And it's complaining about the updates not being installed because we're committing piracy and not activating Windows, but it doesn't like it. And I did a test file on the desktop of Windows Longhorn Server build 5270. You can see that when I've typed Winver, you see we get a thing here saying Windows Server codename Longhorn, Microsoft Windows Server build 5270, copyright 2005. I would expect it to say copyright 2006 or something, but for some reason it says that. It's very slimmed down, and we don't know much in here. When you click on Windows Explorer, it goes to Documents instead. We don't get anything in here unless you add them. That's because this is basically Windows Server 2008, meaning that also came with a default gray background. So not very much actually to discover with this. This is just your typical server build you'd run back in the day. I'm not sure where to find this build exactly, the core version, but at least I will provide the server download. If I find a core download, I will leave that in the description below. Anyway guys, do you have any experience with this build? Let me know in the comments below. As always, be sure to subscribe if you are new, drop a like on the video, and as always, stay awesome. I will see you all next time.